So this is coming out of Yahoo, but out of Huffington Post by Sarah Bob Bobolts. And this is a reward of $100,000 for a 7-year-old girl that had been murdered. So there's a Texas manhunt that is in progress. And so reward for 7-year-old's killer climbs to 100,000 as Texas manhunt continues. And this is a very sad story here. And so they even have a sketch of the person, I believe, and the age and the description of the individual they're looking for. So there's a reward for information leading to the arrest of a man who shot at a Texas family's vehicle early Sunday. He killed a 7-year-old Jasmine Barnes is her name. She's only 7-year-old, and it has been increased now, that reward money, to $100,000. And so an unidentified gunman described as a bearded white man in his 30s or 40s drove up alongside the car in which the child was riding with her mother and her 3 sisters on a morning coffee run. His gunfire shattered the driver's side window and hit Barnes' mother, LaPortia Washington, in the arm. Jasmine was hit in the head by a bullet. The reward offered by an activist, Shaun King, and civil rights attorney Lee Merritt has steadily increased this week as the shooter has remained on the loose. A public funeral has been scheduled on Tuesday at Houston's Greenhouse International Church beginning at 10 a.m. to be followed by the release of purple balloons. A community rally is set for Saturday at noon in the Houston Walmart parking lot where the shooting had occurred. So the Harris County Sheriff's Office on Thursday provided a composite sketch of the suspect based on descriptions from Washington and Jasmine's sister, who said he had a thin build. So this is a description of the guy whom they saw to be the shooter. This is a man, witnesses say, murdered the 7-year-old girl Jasmine Barnes on 12/30, which is December 30th, as her family drove on the East Sam Houston Parkway frontage road at Wallaceville Road. Anybody recognizes that street? This is where the incident occurred. So he's described as a thin white man in his 30s and 40s in a red pickup truck. So it says there's a number that is 713-221-6000 or at Crime Stop Houston, which is HOU abbreviated, at 713-222-TIPS. Hashtag Justice for Jasmine, hashtag and HOUNE Houston News. So this is the description of the killer or would-be person that is of interest that they're looking for. So Harris County Sheriff Ed Gonzalez said that Monday the shooting just seems to be random. Authorities were unsure whether it was a hate crime. There's nothing to indicate that the family did anything wrong in any way, Gonzalez said at a news conference. They were simply just driving along the service road when this happened to them. So Merritt, who is working with Jasmine's family, said relatives believe race may have played a role in this killing. So it could more than likely be a race-related killing. So at this time, we do not have any major developments, but we are continuing to pursue different tips we received, Gonzalez said on Wednesday. We added, our investigators have been working around the clock. So anyone with information is asked to call the Harris County Sheriff Office, and that number again is 713-274-9100, or Crime Stoppers at 713-222-TIPS. Anonymous tips can also be submitted online at www.crimestoppers.org. And so once again, here is that's pretty much the article. So I'm going to go up. The original article appeared on Huffington Post, and so it's the same thing, but this is a description. This is a sketch composite of the would-be, or the killer that they're looking for, as described. And so this is a very unfortunate incident. I keep wanting to say 17-year-old, but it's a 7-year-old girl that was murdered, and they were doing nothing more. The family was in the morning going on a coffee run, and it was said to be her three sisters and her mother, and her mother was shot in the arm, and the girl was shot in the head and killed. So if anybody has any that lives in the area that has any knowledge of who this person may be, they have a number that you're asked to call. And that number again is 713-221-6000, or at Crime Stop Houston at 713-222-TIPS. Hashtag Justice for Jasmine. It's really sad what has happened, and they are suspecting that because there was no motive other than what they conclude to be a possible hate crime. Thoughts, comments, feedback. This is whom they're looking for. Thanks for listening.